Guys and dolls, Freedom Dad here, and it is snowing very finely, so it's absolutely beautiful. It's not actually that cold, but I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to quickly go through. I done a video last night, and I was just be honest, I was excited, and it's sort of like a couple of things just dropped, and everything sort of fell into place, and all of a sudden I get to see everything's so clear. So I'm going to explain these. Exactly. I'm going to break down exactly what Farage has been saying quickly and what it means. I'm going to let you know what it means for Tommy. I'm going to tell you why Nigel Farage is doing it. And I'm going to predict what I think is going to happen. So let's start quickly with what we know. Nigel Farage has come out over and over again and attacked Tommy. I'll try and get a wee bit further away from these guys. Oh, I'm here with Tulip. And she's all wrapped up, guys. So, as we know, Nigel Farage has come out and attacked Tommy. Quite brutally, without any doubt. Really, really brutally. And, it's been going on for a wee while now. And I have been saying all along, it's the establishment, he's working for the establishment, blah, 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 right? And I'm not ruling that out right now. But, this is what I also think. Now, I'm not saying they can't be both, right? Believe you me. But this is what I think exactly. How Mr. Farage is thinking about everything and what his last thoughts at night before he shuts his eyes and goes into his dream world. So, Nigel Farage wants to be Prime Minister. Nigel Farage has just realised he's going to be Prime Minister. Everybody around Nigel Farage has just realised he's going to be Prime Minister. So, with that, this has also happened. People around Tommy have realised how big Tommy's got. People are starting to realise Tommy could be quite a big figure politically. People are starting to realise, if possible, Tommy could be Prime Minister. And hold on, guys, please stay with me here. I will if you just listen to what I'm saying. So, Nigel Farage wants this more than you or me could understand. I've got to try and find another way through this. I'm not going to start turning stuff around. I am stay to the end. Got a wee thing to tell you. So basically, Nigel Farage. Sorry, guys. It's just really cold, and I don't want to get my feet wet. I'll just show you. So Nigel Farage wants this so bad, and Tommy Robinson is a massive threat. So listen to what I'm saying to you, right? I know if you're sitting there going, Freedom Dad, you're way off the mark here. No way is Tommy Robinson ever blah, 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 blah. Right, wait. So Tommy Robinson at the minute has millions and millions of dedicated followers. We all know that. Millions, right? Right. We know how many watch his videos. He's 150 million people have watched his videos silenced. Every other video that he's done is growing. You've seen the video I put out. That's been happening and growing in America and other parts of Europe for the last 5 years, right? Now, think about this. Imagine if Tommy Robinson had the coverage that Nigel Farage and every other politician has in this country. And you may say, but Tommy Robinson says that and the other. This is the thing. Tommy isn't what Nigel Farage is saying. Tommy isn't what the establishment is saying. If Tommy was these things, Tulip, this way. Come on. If Tommy Robinson was these things, why would so many people support him? Very intelligent men around the world are supporting Tommy Robinson. It's a log. She doesn't understand because it's all white and everything's different. There's a big black log there and I don't know what she thinks it is. Or maybe she sees something I don't. But, so imagine, guys, for 1 minute how big Tommy Robinson would become if he was given just 10% of the media coverage that is bestowed to our politicians. Imagine how quick his support would grow. Imagine a film coming out telling us exactly what's happened to Tommy Robinson, Stephen Lashley Lennon, not leaving any detail out of what the government have done, going through a microscope of what he's actually been in prison for, and also highlighting never once did he ever get the chance to sit in front of a jury of his peers. Every single time he's been to prison, he's been sent to prison by the establishment, by judges who have been put in place by that particular government to do their bidding. And we're seeing it over and over again with all these trials that's been happening. Trials, I'm not going to say trials because they were forced to plead guilty, but in many cases, you see the same judges letting runnions off, and the same judges that are sentencing are young men and women that have been put in prison for tweeting or sharing or shouting hurty words at the police or shouting at a police dog. So, think about it for a minute now. Let's really, you got to really put yourself somewhere else here, guys. Put yourself in Nigel Farage's shoes. He knows this. Nigel Farage knows it. He doesn't understand it because he believes what his people around him are telling him. He believes what Sky News, the BBC and the establishment, right? Now, I don't know how far that goes, how much he truly is oblivious to. Because if he is oblivious to as much as I think he is, he's in big trouble, guys. Please believe me. If this man doesn't really know Tommy Robinson the way we all do and the way he's about to be portrayed across the world in this year, then he is in big trouble. Because anybody that's went against Tommy Robinson, once it's highlighted what that man's been through, are all going to be in trouble. Believe you me. Piers Morgan, people are going to turn off Piers Morgan because they're going to see the snake that he is. They're going to see the way he behaved against a 15-year-old boy, one of our young 15-year-old working class lads. This big Piers Morgan, big news media establishment Piers Morgan. As I follow Tommy Robinson, guys, there's a thread. There's a thread of people like Piers Morgan. That guy from Talk, can't remember his name, he was going on about Tommy Robinson being this, that and the other. And people were phoning in, and Nick from UKIP was outside the offices protesting. There's been a thread of these type of people. And when you look into them, they all have a connection to the establishment. And I'm talking deep state in Britain. Tulip! She's having a wheel of a time. Sorry, guys. Just need to be careful she doesn't go down any badger holes or anything. I'm going to spade the digger out, and the ground's frozen. Tulip! Oh, she's right there. She's right there. You're freaking your dad out. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Right, so, he's getting the picture so far. So, Nigel Farage wants this so bad. Nigel Farage has realised in the last couple of months, geez, I can be Prime Minister. But honestly, guys, this isn't something that these guys knew was coming. They didn't know the explosion that they had. Nigel Farage doesn't even understand how many Tommy Robinson supporters have joined UKIP. Do you know what that's like? That's like the enemy within. See those Tommy Robinson supporters that have managed to get into the youth reform? That is like, Tommy gets out of prison and actually asks his supporters to do something, they will do it. And then Nigel Farage is going to go, whoa, trust me on that. But that's just straight one. There's a bombardment coming, guys, believe you me. This is what I'm saying. 2025 is going to be an absolute eye-opener. So it is. So, let's all get this right in our heads. So we know Nigel Farage wants to be Prime Minister so desperately. And we know Tommy Robinson is going woof right now. No two ways about it. And we also know we've got the receipts. We have the receipts. We are on the right side here, guys. I promise you, we are on the right side. If anybody's got any doubt and they keep on going, why? Why do the government keep saying this? Why is Farage saying this? There must be something. There isn't, guys. I promise you, on my heart, I've been there. I got out of prison, right? And I never experienced the internet or anything like that. So I was blown away by it. YouTube, I was like, whoa. And I found Tommy Robinson all them years ago, right at the very start. And I noticed, because of who I am and the way I've been brought up and the things that's happened to me, I could see straight away, whoa, there's something going on here. Why are they attacking this boy like this? You get me? They were spending too much time and effort, you know? And so my ears pricked up and I followed them. And I swear to God, guys, it broke my heart so many times. It broke my heart to see what was happening. Like, seriously, affected me mentally. I would go down, my mood would go down for weeks because I'd just seen the police arrest Tommy Robinson in front of his kids, or I'd just seen a gang of Muslim men nearly kick him to death, or I see him getting handcuffed and sprayed with pepper with 20 cops around him, you know, just proper brutality. And I see all the times he went to prison. And I'm a prison. I've been in prison, so many prisons, as you know, Northern Ireland, Scotland, England. You know, I love prison. I love prison. I really do. I'm institutionalized, you know. Yeah, prison. I go to prison and I'm like, you know, I know. And I'm like, my God, every single time he's been to prison, nobody's ever went to prison for that before. And that's why I got more and more and more into it, because the government were getting more and more and more against them. And I just thought, wow, I can't believe the government are so blatantly doing this. And I knew that this day would come. I swore on my mother's grave, I knew this day was coming. I honestly didn't think it would be this soon, but I did know it was going to come. So before I say any more, I'm not going to keep you much longer. Please stay with us. I want to show you a wee clip. Now, this has probably been done before, but this is nuts. So this is a clip that Joe Rogan covered on his show, and another guy, link will be in the description, guys, as always. The other guy has what they call reacted to it, right? So he's reacting to Joe Rogan's show, who Joe Rogan is reacting to another show, and I'm going to use it. Nuts. But it's social media, and that's what's brilliant about it, guys. And this is why we do what we do, okay? So watch this. Come on, baby girl.
It's so funny because Don Lemon's doing like these on the street interviews, and he's talking to this guy about the news, and the guy is essentially telling Don Lemon, like, I don't trust all these sources you're saying. He's like, look, here it is, Washington Post. I forget what the subject was, but he got Don Lemon to say, I don't listen to mainstream news either.
What?
Yeah. Play this from the beginning, because this is so crazy.
Who is the real president-elect, do you think?
Donald Trump won, I believe.
Democratic lawmakers in Washington are calling Elon Musk President Musk now, and they're saying Donald Trump is the vice president or the head of communications.
What's? Wait a second. No one said that.
Really? Have you not watched and paid attention to the
Absolutely
news?
not. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing during my day so I can try and get a better life ahead.
Okay, do you have your phone with you?
I do.
Why don't you Google right now?
Yes, tell me.
President Musk and see what comes up.
No. But that's already a loaded question, you realize.
Tell me, give me the sources.
Axios, Business Insider.
Oh.
We don't trust
Keep
any
going,
of these. The
keep
common
going,
man doesn't
keep
trust
going,
any of this.
keep going.
ABC News,
Oh,
Washington
keep
Post,
going.
New York
So
Times,
what?
Oh, keep going.
The Atlantic.
Oh!
I don't trust any of these.
Oh!
I don't trust any of them.
Okay.
I don't trust any of these. We're the common man. We don't trust any of these. No one trusts the government. No one trusts the common news. We don't trust any of that anymore.
Well,
Independent news, we are the ones that own the news now. People trust me. They don't trust MSNBC because I can't be actually one of them.
I can't disagree with you.
Okay.
Because
Well then.
I get a lot of people coming to me saying, I only watch, I don't watch corporate media anymore.
Right.
Oh, he said a lot of people coming to him. I misunderstood. I got a hard on when I saw that.
Dude, that is incredible.
Well, that guy just geniusly broke down
Yeah.
this illogical assumption that because it's on these accepted sources, it must
Right.
be true.
Right.
Like, oh, he's President Musk. Maybe we have the good guy super genius on our side. And this idea that he's doing it for money, hey, you half-wits, he has all the money.
Yeah.
He has more money than anybody.
Right.
Come on, my girl. Come and say hello quickly. Woo! Come here, baby. I am so happy today, guys. I promise you, like, this is an amazing day for me for some reason. Anyway, so the point of this clip is what I've been trying to tell everybody. Mainstream media are finished. With that, you've got to understand this. This is what connects everything with Tommy and Nigel Farage. And this is what Nigel Farage has missed. It's only the mainstream media that are spouting poison to the rest of the British civilians. The poor souls in this country that rely on Sky News, BBC News, Channel 4 and all the equivalent newspapers. They rely and they've trusted them for so long. We all did. You know, BBC News at 10, ITN News, you know what I mean? We lived it and breathed it, we loved it, and we believed it. And now we find out that they do nothing but lie. Not only do they lie, but they also don't report the truth. Just going to give us a wee wipe to make sure there's no snow on it, guys. They don't report what we need to know. They report what the government tell them to report. They're completely controlled by the government. Social media isn't, thanks to Elon Musk. And you got to understand this, quickly this is what you got to understand. If it wasn't for Elon Musk, I wouldn't be able to do this right now because YouTube would be shutting us all down, right? Every social media platform would be shutting everything down right now to stop this getting out. The only reason we're able to do this, all this, I'm not going to go through all the names, but Paz and Paul, Liam Tufts, Richard Inman, the Silver Fox, Arthur, is because of Elon Musk. And you wonder why. Very simple. If Elon Musk didn't have X, then we would be done. The fact that X is there, if everywhere else gets shut down, X would just blow right up. And all these companies would lose billions. And when it comes to billions and trillions, politics doesn't matter so much, you know. So this is the facts, right? This is 110% what's going on in Great Britain, around the world today regarding Tommy Robinson. The news has changed. Everything is changing, guys. Tommy Robinson is going to blow up. People are going to find out exactly the truth of who Stephen Laxley Lennon is, the truths that we know, and the rest of our great British people, the woke, the unawoken, are going to wake up. And that's what Nigel Farage doesn't want. The reason Nigel Farage will never let Tommy Robinson into reform is because if he does, then as a politician, he would need to get media time. They couldn't be biased. If he's a reform candidate, they have to give him airtime. And the establishment are saying, you know, and obviously Nigel is going, if I give Tommy Robinson a place in reform, then I'm going to have to admit that he isn't as bad as what the government have been telling us. And therefore, people in Britain would actually wake up and go, hold on a wee minute, but we thought he was a far-right racist thug and pure criminal and really bad. He's all been telling us he's the worst character that ever came out and he's a proper really bad man, blah, 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 blah. But you know what I'm saying? This is what people will be saying. People would be looking at reform and Nigel Farage and everybody else going, but we've been getting fed that he's this, that and the other. How can that just change like that? Can you see the problem? Can you understand the problem that they've all got now? And this is why I've always worried that I really worry about Tommy's future. I'm really genuinely concerned, just like Trump, that they're going to try and end him. Because I know, now you know, and they've known for a wee while, I imagine, that Tommy Robinson is going to blow up. And at the end of the day, he is our hero. And, you know, this is all it is, guys. You know, maybe there's a wee bit of the establishment there. You know, I'm going to sort of pull away from that a wee bit because I can't prove that, you know. Everything I'm saying is coming into fruition. you heard Nigel. Oh yes, there's going to be Tories. I know that. I told you that a couple of months ago. This time next year, Reformer, there's going to be a Tory. A Tory 1.0 or Tory 1.5 or whatever. That's who Reform will be, guys. There's no two ways about it. And he says, "Oh, don't bring your poison with you." What's he talking about? Don't bring your poison with you. They're Tories. They're not going to change their politics. They are what they are. If they changed who they are, then we don't. Why would anybody look up to anybody that changes whatever they believe just to suit wherever they want to go? Our politicians should be like Tommy from the heart. You should know a good politician because he'd been doing this a wee while. And there's so much to take from this, guys. So please believe me. Don't worry, it's all good. I promise you. I've got no doubt in my mind that this is 100% why Nigel Farage does not want Tommy Robinson anywhere near Reform, because he does not want to lose the throne. Can you imagine in 4 years' time, Tommy Robinson's party beating Nigel Farage's party in a general election? Because believe you me, there's going to be no Labour voters or Tory voters or any other kind of voters. I'm not 100% sure where the Muslim vote will go, because we can't ignore that. The whole point of one of the points of this irregular immigration, I can assure you, is political, because Labour know they've lost the vote from the British people. And this is why I say it's not going to stop. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, and they are going to go. People don't believe this, but trust me. The Labour Party are going to make sure it gets worse, because they know these people, once they give them citizenship, they will vote for Labour. They're certainly not going to vote for Nigel Farage, and they're certainly not going to vote for the Tommy Robinson era. So guys, who do you think, one question before I go, right? Who do you think, with Tommy Robinson being on mainstream media, and let's just say even if he doesn't, because mainstream media is finished, but who do you think in a fair race would win between Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson when the truth comes out about Tommy Robinson, when the truth comes out about his court cases and everything that's being said? Oh, he's been in a court and he goes to prison. How disgusting was that? He goes to prison to make money. How disgusting was that? You know what Tommy will do when he gets out? I guarantee this. Tommy will lay down the expenses of it's cost him in the last 15 years. Just fighting the government and the security that he's needed, because the government have never helped him. They've implicit with Hope Not Hate and Muslim lawyers that were sent to his door and doxed his address. You got to understand, one of my biggest concerns right now is Tommy Robinson being in prison. Tommy Robinson is in the most dangerous place he's ever been. He's been there before, but you don't understand what I'm saying. I don't think there's anywhere dangerous right now. I know the prisons. I'm not going to say too much because I've got to be very careful. Very, very careful. The last thing I want is anything I say to put anything in anybody's head. But please, guys, it's very important that Tommy Robinson gets out of prison on a tag at least. He can be tagged. He shouldn't be in a maximum prison. Yes, I agree. He can't go to an open. It's too dangerous for him to be in an open. And I know Tommy wants to go to an open. But like I say, guys, it's an open prison. Anybody can get into it. And if he's getting home leaves, everybody will know what day he's getting home leaves. They'll know his routine. I promise you, guys, he can't do it. And it's difficult for me to say this because you know how much I love the guy, and I don't want him being in solitary confinement, but I don't want him being unalive now. And the only solution is a tag. The man has to get out the tag. It is absolutely inhuman what's happened to him. I've done videos about solitary confinement. I've told you how hard it is and how difficult and what happens in the trauma, and how that trauma is going to haunt him in years to come. So guys, I'm not going to go on, but for my followers, I will be doing another video because look at that. How beautiful is that? So yes, go and check on baby, do all that wee bits and pieces, grab Bailey, get her out in the snow, and I hope you're all having a really good day. I hope you've got snow. I hope you like snow. But please enjoy the snow. We don't get it all the time. I know it's difficult for old people, but if you have old neighbours, check on them. No harm. Give their door. We shout in. You know what I mean? Just, I don't like telling people that do this because there's a lot of dodgy people. But I know we're all right in this channel. Check on your neighbours, guys. Check if they need anything at the shop. Something simple, milk, bread, or anything like that. There's no way they're getting out in this. Especially up around here. Once the snow comes, the night it will freeze. The councils don't have the money to stay on top of it, obviously, anymore because of the billions and billions and billions we're given around the world. And the pavements are really slippy. Old people cannot leave their houses right now. Please remember that. Please check on them. It's really, really cold. Really, really cold. So please, if you have any vulnerable people around you, please just check on them. Make sure that they're all right. They don't need to open the door. Tell them they don't need to open the door. You know what I mean? Just shout through the letterbox. Do you need anything? It's me. I'm number such and such. Be aware that you don't want to scare them and that as well. You know what I mean? And any advice you can give them if they do open the door and they are to say, listen, in future, don't open the door. Just ask who it is. You know what I mean? So, guys, that's it. I will be coming back with another video. I hope I haven't left anything out. I hope I've explained it because I'm so excited. I hope I've explained it in a way you all understand. You can understand now why Nigel. Can you see? Does it all make sense why he's been doing this? Because he can't give Tommy a platform because Tommy will steal his throne. I've told you he's a narcissist. You can see that. People around him have said that. He wants this so bad. I guarantee you that he will not let anybody run for Prime Minister apart from him and his party. And, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he sees because the penny's not dropped yet. Sorry, guys, the penny hasn't dropped. I don't know if he really does know the extent of the damage he's doing to himself because all these things he says have all been screen recorded and they're all going to come back out time after time again. Every time somebody does a documentary about Tommy, they're going to show what Nigel Farage have said about him. And can you imagine what that's going to be? Could you imagine if that was you? Think about the implications of that. More and more people are going to see the way he's reacted because most people are thinking, it's all right, it's Tommy Robinson, he's this, that and the other. But when they realise that Tommy Robinson isn't this, that and the other, they're going to look at it totally differently because they're going to expect that Nigel knows this. If I know it, you know it, why would Nigel not know it? So, yeah, the future's bright, guys. Keep the faith and go and get Tulip and get her drive, get her a bite to eat and go around and get Bailey out. All my love and God bless every single one of you.